Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have very special unboxings and they came in from Vero Engineering. Let's take a look at this and see what this is all about. I've had a Vero before. I had an Axon. I liked that one a lot, but it was really big and kind of awkward to carry, so I ended up eventually selling it. So let's see what we have here today. By the way, today I'm opening it up with my Wee Knives Nefarious. This is their limited edition knife. Really, really pretty, stinking cool. Digging that one a lot. So let's get into this one here. All right, make sure there's no. All right, so ooh, that's a nice sticker. Make sure there's no receipts or anything in there. Okay. All right, so we got a nice little bag. Vero Engineering frame lock. It's a blemish. All right, so this is a frame lock blemish. So they had a sale on these, and I thought, let's take a look and see what they have. All right, and so it does come with a cloth. It does come with an origin. All right, so it's DLC, double DLC. I think that's pretty stinking cool. This is the mini. I like the sticker, I appreciate that. I didn't know if you'd get that with the blemish. And a cool little cloth. That's actually a nice cloth too. All right, so we'll see if we can figure out what the blemish is on this one here. Let me get my rag, get the oil off. So this is a mini Axon. And I thought maybe this would work a little bit better because that big one was just huge. Now it is pretty small. All right, it does have the little thumb areas. It does have the front flipper. We got the screws on here as well. Those look like, are those T6s or T8s? Now I want to check. Here's the T8. T8. Let's just double check real quick. No, I think that might be T6s. Yeah. All right, T6s on here. Maybe a T8 here. No, T10, right? No. So T8. All right, so we got T6s and T8s. It's a small knife, so I guess that makes sense, right? We've got the little clip here. It is a hidden screw. Looks like it comes in from the inside there. Are we dead centered? We are. We're off to the right a little bit. So far I'm looking here for where's the blemish that's supposed to be on here that made this a little less than favorable. Okay, so I see a little mark there. No, that's just oil. Okay. See anything on the clip? I'm trying to figure out what makes this a less than favorable one. So let's pop this open. Let's look at the blade. Vero on the back. Let's look at the side here. Could it be the edge? This is number 889. Ooh, almost 888. It would have been my favorite number, right? Pretty sharp. No pivot play. I mean, sorry, no blade rock. No pivot play. Let's listen to the detent. Clicks in pretty well. Solid. Flips well. All right, I'm not seeing the blemish yet, so it's got to be here somewhere. You know me, I like to figure that out. Now, nice access to that lock. So look at that. Does drop really well. It's pretty tight for a little knife, but this is a great size. Look at that. I can get a full grip on here. I've got large, meaty fingers. I got a large hand with meaty fingers. So if you have extra large hands with regular size fingers, this would be what you grip. If you got double extra large with skinny fingers, this is about your grip. You still have that full 3.5. If you were double extra large and extra large with really meaty fingers, you'd be about 3.5, I think. But this is a nice small knife. But for me, it gets to be just, it's right at the max of me. See right here, if I grab right there, I'm like right at 3.5, right? But if I choke up like this right there, I can actually get in there and have a little room with that. But here, I can actually get that. It's about 3.5, right? But it's still a good grip. Clip is nice on there. All right, so now I'm curious. I'm going to inspect this. You and I will see it together. If you see it, comment down below. If I never find this and you see what the blemish is, what the short is on this one, let me know. I would love to figure that one out. I'm sure it's going to be something maybe later on I'll see. Maybe it's the printing. Maybe it's some of the texture on here. Did that go on? Is it off-centered maybe? That could be running through the machine. Could be the screws. Looking at the blade, it is a flat grind, pretty thin. Nice jimping up there, works really well. Full back spacer, I like that. Good access to the lock bar. Nice over travel stop, I do like that. With the steel bar insert. Is there anything inside that I'm seeing? Is there any weight relief on here? Yeah, there's weight relief there, and weight relief there. Is there finish? Is it off somewhere? I'm not seeing the blemish. I mean, this looks like almost a perfect knife to me. So, I'm not seeing the blemish just yet. So let's see, can we do a reverse flick on this one? We absolutely can. It's actually a pretty nice little... I'm not finding any blemish yet. I am just genuinely curious what the flaw is on this one. It's got to be here somewhere. Okay, so I'm not trying to take away from this review, but this is a blemish. And I'm trying to see what is blemished. Now, is it because this is more polished than the other ones? I don't know. Is that the case? It's all DLC. Is there something coming off anywhere? On the blade? It's in there nice and solid. That's a good lockup. I don't see anything. Let's look at the blade. I'm going to look at it from far away. Is there anything that jumps out in the coloration? No, looks fine to me. All right, so I don't know what the blemish is on this one. We'll eventually figure it out, I'm sure. Is it dead center? It's pretty dead centered. I don't see an issue there. Yeah, it's got a nice little swedge on top. I love that sort of reverse Tonto Warncliffe kind of look. Let's see, where's the detent ball? Clear the detent ball about right there. It'll drop really well. So once we're here, let's see. Okay, so I can catch right there. Yeah, like that. That should work well. There's no flipper on this side, which is fine by me. It's just a front flipper. Pretty solid. Yeah, I'm not seeing any. Yeah, let me get in there. I'm not seeing any issues with this one at all. Let me get in there. There we go. Trying to see, is there something in the back spacer, the screws? I'm sure it's going to jump out at me at some point. Maybe the drill hole was a little loose. Is anything loose here? No. It's got oil there, oil there. Yeah, I'm not I'm not really sure, guys. If you see it, let me know. If you see it, I don't see it. I don't. All right, so let me get back to the review of the knife. I had the full Axon. I liked it. I liked it, but it was really huge. It was big. This is a much nicer, smaller version. It's DLC, which I really like. I love the fact that it's DLC. DLC is always nice. It's a little stronger, I think, coating than PVD or Cerakote for sure. Handles better. Tends to not wear off. I mean, it's not perfect, right? You can still wear that off at some point, like you can, you know, polish steel, but it's definitely a little easier to work with. So, I don't know. Maybe weird jumping here. No, I don't see anything. All right, I am not seeing anything yet. Yeah, okay. Very cool. So beautiful chamfering all the way around. I like that. It's a top flipper. Like I said, nice flat grind. It's got a pretty thin edge. It's gonna have a nice sharp edge. So we're looking at a knife that's, you know, about 6.5 inches. You know, it's definitely smaller. Has a nice ability to choke up like a Para 3. So this is very functional. It does still fit in my hand well, but it's just on the smaller side and it's more clandestine, if you will. It is still dead centered. I think it'll be nice to put some Skiff washers in this. They'll probably be even better action. So we'll be doing that for sure. But very cool little knife right now. Let's see if I can reverse. Now it's pretty tight on that side. So it's 889. My favorite number is 8. So had this been 888, this would have been perfect. So maybe that's the thing. It's off because it's 8, not 888. I'm just kidding. I don't think that's the case. But so far, I don't see it. Now, if you guys see it, let me know. Let's do a nice close-up zoom on this knife here, so you can guys take a look at this blade. See if there's something here that stands out. So there's the blade. Let's look at the handle here on this side. Let's look at the back side, and here's the handle with the frame lock. And there's the back of the blade right there. Let's look at the inside. Here it is with the clip. It's nice and rounded here. It's not sharp. You can see the nice cutaway. It's pretty even, but it's really well chamfered, so it's great access for there. I like that a lot. That's nice. And here's the back spacer. It goes all the way around with the jimping on top. Nice aggressive top there. So, yeah, very, very cool little knife. Let me zoom back out. Let's get a nice close-up for the overall knife here. See if you guys see anything. See maybe an angle with the lights, maybe the polishing, maybe the DLC didn't go on evenly or something. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not exactly sure what's. This looks almost perfect to me, but you know, there you go. Very cool. Is it maybe it doesn't say the blade steel on there? Is that what it is? Because isn't it M390? Yeah, it's M390. And I don't see M390 anywhere on here. Is that what it is? Maybe there's supposed to be M390 somewhere on there and I forgot to print it. Like that's a bad thing. I'm okay with that. Oh, maybe right there. Tip. Could that be it? No, I don't think so. Sharpening tool? Nope. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So, very cool. Action's pretty cool. I like it for the size knife that it is. Very cool. So this is the Axon, the Vero Axon Mini. The Mini Axon is definitely significantly smaller than the regular Axon. That regular Axon's huge. It's almost like 9 inches. And this one's like 6.5 inches. Is that what we're dealing with right here? If we look at that? Yeah, about 6.5 inches. So it's definitely much smaller. I don't know if there's one in the middle. I don't think there's an Axon Junior or anything like that, but the Mini and the Axon, and then they should have the Mega Maxon. I mean, the regular Maxon is a big knife. Now, if you know Joseph Vero, I met him at Blade Show, Texas. He's very tall gentleman. And so for him, you know, the Axon is probably a regular sized knife for him. He's got big hands when I shook his hand. He doesn't have little itty bitty hands. And so this would be like a 5th pocket knife for him for sure. Or this is something he'd probably make for his wife or, you know, maybe his kids or something, I would imagine. But for him, this would be a very small knife. But, you know, this worked well for me. This is about the nice size. I like this a lot. It's really comfortable. Really, really cool. I like that. You can pinch grip all day. I would say, Cole from Tri-State EDC, he might say this is an all-day pinch grip. I mean, look at that. This is really nice. I think he would enjoy that for sure. Very, very cool. I'm digging that. I can't wait to put some skiffs in there. It is centered. Is it not centered, maybe? Is a blade? Now, let's look. Is the blade warped in any way? I mean, because that could happen, a little blade warpage. Oh, I think I see it. All right, the grind. Okay, I see why they did it. All right, so normally you have a grind that's perfect like that, right? I think the grind is a little bit off a little bit. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm guessing that's what it is. And that might have what it didn't pass quality. Let's see if we can see it here like this. Can we see it like that? Let's see if I can zoom in. Can you see that? I don't know. I could be wrong, but it looks like it's a little more on this side and this one's a little straighter and this one has a little more of an angle. That could be it. I'm guessing. Maybe that's the case. Action's nice. Goes over really well. Is there a ramp on that knife? I gotta see. It almost feels like I'm going over a ramp. Let's see. Is there a little ramp? Sure enough, there is a little ramp there. So I don't know if you can see that. There's a little ramp on where the ball goes over. It's right on the corner of that tang. So see when we have it in an open position. Well, you can't see it there, but it's right there. There's a little ramp, and that's where the ball goes over, right there. Yeah, so it felt like it was going over a ramp. And a lot of times you can see it when it does it. So look at this. See how it's a little smoother going up like that? It goes up a little smoother. Do you see that? Let me do that again. You see that? It's like a smoother. It's like going up smoother like that. Whereas, I don't know, does this have a ramp? Now this is a limited edition, so it could have a ramp. Could be wrong. No, it doesn't have a ramp. All right, so here we'll show you the difference. So here I'm going to go over with the ramp. You'll see it's not as smooth. You'll see it jumps immediately. See, the time that I move from here to here, it's all the way up, right? There's no gradual. It's as soon as the ball goes over. Whereas over here, you can see as I'm moving, it's gradually moving up because it's going over the ramp. So it does have a ramp. That's cool. That's a nice little piece of thing you need to, that's always nice. Now this, I still can't figure out what the blemish is on this one. I almost feel like, I hope he didn't remember me from Blade Show and he gave me a really nice one or something. Because that's all I can think of, because I don't see the blemish yet. I'm expecting to see a little chip of paint come off, or a little touch up with a paint or something, or, somewhere, somehow, but I don't see it. I just do not see it at this point. I'm liking this little blade. This is nice. Very, very nice. This is a great deal. Wow. Simply stunning. Simply stunning. I like the DLC a lot. This is going to be fun. This will be a fun carry for sure. Yeah. This will be a regular carry. I can see that now. It's a nice size. This is, if the Axon had been just, in between the two or this size, I would never gotten rid of it. But that Axon was just too big for me. It's a nice blade, but when they're just too big, it's hard to work with, right? And you really got to have a nice, comfortable knife that works well in your hand. And this has everything I think it could be. I like that. Still curious what the blemish is on this one. All I can think is maybe the angle of the blade. When I look at that, I do see it not perfectly straight like this. I see it almost like this is a little straighter and this is a little more angled over here. That's the only blemish I could think. And and in their quality check, I could definitely see them catching that. But even with that, they centered it well. But that's my best guess on this thing. Maybe the print wasn't even or perfect. Maybe did this not go centered on here? Looks like it is. So yeah, I don't see anything else on here that I'm looking at that looks like it was fixed after the fact. So, well, we'll just keep an eye on for it. If something peels off, we know, hey, there it was. But right now, it looks pretty darn great for a blemish. This was a great deal. I was super excited to get that. I don't see the issue. And I'm a very detailed-oriented kind of a OCD kind of person. Oh, maybe? No. Every time I see like a discoloration, I always think, is that it? Is that it? Did the DLC not go on evenly? Is there like a little... So now notice it's a little more polished down here, and a little darker on top, and I'm wondering, I don't know if that's just part of the, part of it being sharpened and polished or what, but that makes me wonder. Maybe that's not even enough. I don't know. I'm guessing. There are things that doesn't bother me, at least at this point. So there we go. Great little knife. This is the Axon that I wish it would be. I think I'll do a full review on this because I had the large Axon. This is a much more functional, and I like the DLC a lot on this one. So we'll carry this and have a full review on this. That should be exciting, all right? Hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button? And if you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the channel really helps out. It helps the channel grow, produce more content, do more things, ultimately more things for you guys. So thank you. Thank you to you guys, especially who watch, who like, who subscribe to videos. Man, I really appreciate you guys. That really helps out so much. And if you didn't already, maybe hit that notification button so you can be notified of future content. And finally, to all my channel members, a big thank you. A genuine thank you. Appreciate you, especially those of you who are here from the beginning. Man, this channel is really doing what it's doing because of so many of you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And if you've been on the fence, you said, hey, I might want to be a channel member, I would be honored and love to have you. I really would. So if that's something for you, hey, check out the description down below. I have 3 different tiers. Would love to have you. And if you're not interested in being a channel member, don't be a channel member. Just enjoy the content, or don't enjoy the content, but just I appreciate you watching no matter what. Even if you disagree with me, it's okay. We can disagree. You can like something that I don't, and you cannot like something that I do. It's okay. That's the joy of knives, right? We can learn from each other, and I learn from you guys. So thank you. And for you channel members, if you just became a channel member and you haven't emailed me yet, or if you've been a channel member for a while and you haven't emailed me, email me and send me your name and address, and I'll send you a sticker. And all channel members, just know for memberships, I do a once-a-month giveaway. It's my way to say thank you. It's not my way to lure you, it's just my way to say thank you. I do a channel members exclusive giveaway, and so I would love to have you for that. Again, thank you, a big, huge thank you. And if you haven't already, check me out over on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.